Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Wendy. Thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. Good evening, Instagram. Ooh, I'll move that light a little bit. Yes, much better. Good evening, everyone. So as you can see, the title for tonight is Day 10 of 15, The Elements of a Narcissist. That's a heavy topic, and I chose it because I hear the word a lot, so especially with blended families. So good evening. My name is Jamie Newton-Knight. I am your blended Black family strategist, your cooperative co-parenting specialist, and I help women who feel overwhelmed by the drama and lack of boundaries in their blended families and are ready for a shift, move past the pain, and co-parent in a positive way. So as you can see, this title says the elements of a narcissist. I start with that because I hear the word narcissist thrown around a lot, especially as it pertains to people that some of you may have dealt with. And so because I hear it thrown around a lot, I want it to be known that there are elements to being a narcissist. One action or two actions, even three actions don't make you a narcissist. There's certain behaviors, there's certain things, that elements that they have, characteristics that they have that will deem them a narcissist. So let me see what Wendy says. So glad you're going over this today. I wish I had known this before you got married. Yes. Yeah, we're going to hear this. Your ex was definitely one. Oh boy. So then all these elements, you'll probably hear them and say, oh yeah, check. You'll be checking off the list as I go through the checklist. So I'm the type of person who loves facts. I like dealing with facts. I like going based on a clinical psychologist's perspective. I don't like throwing out theories based on my opinion of somebody. So like I said, I'm not going to call someone a narcissist if that's not what they are, because a narcissist is a clinical diagnosis. It's diagnosed clinically. So let me get into the elements of what a narcissist is. So if you feel like you've dealt with one, then you can sit and check off the checklist. And again, there are 6 elements to narcissists based on Dr. Dr. Ramani's theory. There are 6 elements. I knew something was really wrong, but I didn't know there was a name for it, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are in these situations now, and they might see 1 or 2 acts of, from the person and feel like, oh, they're narcissists. But people who are in relationships with narcissists really do know, because it's difficult. Everything is difficult when you're with a narcissist. And I'll tell you all the elements. So starting with element 1 is that they lack empathy. So a narcissist lacks empathy. By the way, I started at 8:30 today because I was trying to see if I switched up the time, would that change the audience? Would, more people jump on? Because I did do a poll to try to see what time you guys preferred for me to do these lives. But, so yeah, I'm trying 8:30 tonight. I likely go back to 8 o'clock tomorrow, but we will see. So it's more common in domestic violence situations. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, I agree. I definitely agree. But so the first element is that they lack empathy, and this is not in a particular order. This is just, I'm just throwing out the elements. They also feel entitled. So I'm sure that you knew some of them who feel entitled, and they expect special treatment for themselves, but not for anybody else. So that's their entitlement feeling. Like they feel that they should be entitled to certain things. They're very grandiose. Very grandiose. Everything they do is big, so that everyone notices, so that everyone sees. Very grandiose. They're very superficial. So they're all about the appearance of things. The appearance of themselves and the people around them. But definitely also, when I say appearance, I mean outwardly stuff. So all the outward appearance stuff has to be grandiose and super, very superficial. However, the inside is hollow and dark, but that's a whole nother thing. So again, the first element is that they lack empathy. The second is that they feel entitled. The third is they are very grandiose. The fourth is that they are superficial. The fifth is that they don't regulate their emotions very well. So if they don't get their way, you'll see that they'll have like a tantrum of some type. So whether it's arguing, they don't want to do whatever it was that they had set out to do originally, they have some form of a tantrum, an adult temper tantrum, which, does that even go together? But okay. And the last element, which is the sixth element, is that they are hypersensitive to criticism. They can dish it, but they can't take it. They can tell you what's wrong with you, but if you try to tell them what's wrong with them, it's a problem. They can't accept criticism. So those are what the elements of a narcissist are. And if you see that the person that you are with or know or whatever possesses these 6 elements, then yes, they are a narcissist. But if they have 1 or 2, that doesn't classify them as a narcissist. They might have narcissistic behavior, but they are not a narcissist. And if people keep feeding into whatever it is that they're putting out, then yes, you will probably start to see their narcissism more. So the doctor, again, I'm referring to Dr. Ramani. She is a clinical psychologist. She also talks about how a person becomes this way. So she stated that usually the way that this happens is that parents will give all this attention and show so much attention to all the outwardly things that they're doing. So if their child is on a soccer team and they're getting an award, then it's, oh yeah, I'm the number 1 fan or whatever. But internally or at home, when the child is like, Mom, this is how I'm feeling, or Dad, I feel like this, then it's like, go sit down somewhere. They don't listen to their emotional aspects. So anything inner, the parents never dealt with, but anything outwardly that they did got grand gestures and awards. And, when they did anything that other people could see, they got rewarded for it, or they got recognition for it. So that's how you know that, that's how it all ends up starting or whatever. So you'll also see the signs of a narcissist if they have a bad day, if things don't go their way. Like I said before, if the children misbehave or don't behave in a way that they feel that they should be behaving, then they blow their top. They blow their top. So those are the elements of it. Those are some of the signs to watch out for. And Dr. Ramani also recommends that if you don't like the relationship today, let's say you're in a relationship with a narcissist. If you don't like it today, she says you're not going to like it. You might as well get out of it now, because it's only going to get worse. She said they don't like being left. Everything will be, she said they don't like being left. So they don't take breakups very well. So what ends up happening is that because they don't fare well to you breaking up, they can break up with you and it will be fine. But if you break up with them, good evening. If you break up with them, it's going to be an all-out war. So it's like if you share children, if you were married, then the divorce is going to be a messy divorce. If you have children, the custody is going to be a custody battle. If you just don't have children, weren't married, let's say you just break up, there's going to be drama with whoever gets like simple things, just in that. So they say, you know, it is said that in situations where you're dealing with a narcissist, it's extremely hard to try to get out of. So if you know already that it's not going well, then get out now. It's best to get out now, because anything beyond now is going to be very difficult. And it's going to be drama. It's going to be messy, she said. It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be an all-out war. And the craziest part of it for me when I listened to her video was that you can't fix it. They can't be fixed, and this particular you can't fix them. And so, however, what ends up happening is that a person who's with a narcissist ends up feeling like they're not enough. So it's like, I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not enough for this person, I'm not what they want, I need to try to do more, I need to try to be better. When it's actually not you, it's them. They can't regulate their own self-esteem, and so they put all those emotions and those feelings off on you, as if that you're the problem when they're really the problem. Like you have the issue when they really have the issue. So yeah, those are the 6 elements of a narcissist. That's the information. I don't know what if you, again, Dr. Ramani says, if you are in a relationship with one and you see the signs already and it's already tumultuous and you don't like what you see, get out now. So I'm going to go through the elements again, because I see that there are a lot of people jumping on now. I'm not going to get deep into it, but if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comments. So again, the first element of a narcissist is that they lack empathy. Again, I'm going to repeat this. You need to have all of these elements, or the majority of these elements, to be diagnosed as a narcissist. If an individual shows one sign of one of these things, that doesn't make them a narcissist. So you have to lack empathy, or these people lack empathy. They feel entitled. So they expect special treatment for them and no one else. They are very grandiose. Everything that they do is big, so that they get noticed. They're very superficial. Everything is about an outward appearance. They don't regulate their emotions very well, especially when they don't get their way. So you'll see like an adult temper tantrum, as I said before. And last is that they're hypersensitive to criticism. So they can dish it out. They can tell you all of the things you done wrong, what you ain't doing right, but they can't take it. You can't tell them about themselves. So those are the 6 elements. And if you, like I said, see any of these signs and you are with someone like that, then it's probably best that you leave. Exit stage left, like put your finger up for church, and walk out now. So that is all the information I have tonight. I just thought that I actually ended up seeing a video. I was thinking about this a lot because I've heard people throw around the word narcissist, especially in the blended family and the co-parenting community. They'll always say their co-parent is a narcissist. They'll always say that their co-parent, their ex-boyfriend or ex-husband is a narcissist. But I want it to be known that there are technical, clinical list. There's a list of things that make you a narcissist. 1 or 2 things don't make you one. So I just wanted to give those facts for you guys today. If you have any questions, again, drop them below. I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Excellent info. I wish they could teach things like this in school. I know. Like before you get married, before you meet these people who you're like, I know something's wrong with you. I just can't put my finger on what exactly it is that's wrong with you. But something is. I know. And I think it would be so helpful so much more helpful for some people. It would help you to avoid some of these relationships that like end up like pretty much costing you a lot of your time. It costs you less time to get into the relationship with them. It's taking you more time to get out. Like, I'm trying to leave this person and they are not making it easy at all. At all. And I have been told by someone who does parent with a narcissist that the divorce was extremely difficult, and trying to facilitate just simple things like, are you coming for the weekend? This is your weekend. Where would you like to pick up the child? Like, simple things become big, big, big deals. A big deal for them. So those are the things that you have to know. However, like I said, one or two of those things don't make them a narcissist. The 6 elements together do. So those are the 6 characteristics. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video tonight. I hope you guys share it with whomever you know. Share it with anybody in a blended family. Share it with people who are co-parenting. Share it with people who have said the word narcissist about somebody that they were dealing with, so that they could see the signs to determine whether that person actually is or isn't one. So for informational purposes, you can share it. Again, sharing is caring. I always tell you guys. And we can stay connected. So if you guys are interested in staying connected with me, I have a boot camp coming up called the Cocoa Blend Boot Camp, which will go through my 5 steps or framework, which is called the Blend Framework, which is being honest, being real, being open. It is labeling it and letting it go. It is expecting change, expecting resistance, but also expecting acceptance, and which is negotiating. You're going to have to negotiate. You're in a co-parenting situation, so you have to learn to do that. And D is don't rush the process. So if you are interested in the Cocoa Blend Bootcamp, the link will be below on Facebook, and the link is in the bio already on Instagram. If you're not ready for the bootcamp, I'm sorry, the bootcamp is actually on February 8th, if I didn't say that. It's virtual, so it's right here. You can access it through your phone. It's going to be an intensive workshop right here online. If you want to connect with me via a free blended brainstorming session, the link for that is also in my bio on Facebook. It will be below. And finally, if you just want some updates on how to stay connected with the Cocoa Blend and Blended Black Family and what's going on for the week, and if we have any challenges going on, then you can sign up for my email and updates, which is also in the link in my bio. And for you guys, it's going to be below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Share. I'm going to leave this video up in my stories. So, Firewater, I like that name. I will leave it up for the next 24 hours, so you will be able to see it. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM. I will gladly answer any questions, or I appreciate any comments or anything like that. So thank you guys for tuning in. Rochelle on Facebook, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your evening. And I will be here again, of course, on tomorrow night. I'm going to say 8 o'clock. But 8:30 actually was a pretty good turnout tonight. So I don't know. Yeah, let's do 8:30 tomorrow night right here. 8:30 tomorrow right here. Same bat time, same bat station. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Bye-bye.